Good morning. I love Saturday morning. I always get up and watch the nature shows. Favorite, my favorite shows on TV, nature shows. Of course, they always slant them because of man. Everything's going extinct, and they always tagging them, putting a tag in the ear and stuff like that of the animals. But I watch it anyway because I'm not looking at it through their eyes. See all the wonderful creatures that God has created. Love it. Anyway, beautiful blue sky as in contrast to the green trees. Having my coffee this morning. I cut the grass yesterday. I always buy the smallest lawnmower they have. I got a couple of them. $100. Real light lawnmowers. Push mowers. No, no self-propel. I use them like you know, I never use a trimmer either. I guess you can see that. Just as long as I have a place to walk, I'm doing fine. Let me get my coffee here. Keeping the kids today. Grandkids. What a joy. My mama was staying with my grandmother and grandpa. And my kids stay with their grandkids. I mean, with their grandparents. Anyway, everything's coming alive out here. It's like a bird sanctuary where I live. Peace and love to everybody. Yeah, you can tell I cut right through here, so I cut this bank. When we came out here, when we moved out here, there wasn't any apartments down there. It was all pasture, and there was one house right up at the end of the road. But we had cows. We had cows right there on the other side of that fence right there. Cows. But anyway, this is where I raised my family, down here in Alabama. This is really the city in Alabama. This is a city. This isn't really the country. Believe it or not, we acquired all this property for $7,500. All this property goes way back into down that way, way back into the woods that way. So much that you can't keep it cleared. We just kind of made a place out here for our yard back then. But anyway, I don't guess you can buy anything for that little money now. But anyway, just wanted to come and talk, rattle along a little bit here and enjoy my coffee out in the yard walking around. Enjoy God's nature. Is that giant? It's a tall tree there, yeah. Well, I didn't really have anything to say much. This would be a good day to go fishing, I believe. That's really a dog kennel right there. I showed you this in another video, but I put some extra wire on it that I found laying around out here and made a dog basket. Made a fish holder. You just drop it down and I'll tie it off the dock. Let it come up to about right there, the water. And the door opens like a regular kennel. I got a spring on it. Just covered it up with any kind of wire I found. Made a little, we got several of them around here. We don't use them anymore. I don't want to show you all my junk. But I guess I will. I cut all this the other day. I cut all this with a push mower. This whole woods and everything. I put on a pair of glasses and I did use a a mask to keep the dust down. Well, it really wasn't a mask, it was one of them banners. Keep all the, when you're cutting in the woods here, it knocks up a lot of dust. But anyway, I cut all the way around here. You couldn't even walk yesterday with a little small lawnmower. I always buy the small lawnmower. I don't like the wide cut. They're too heavy for me. Anyway, this property that my wife found was just, I'll have to check with her later, but it was 7,000. I don't know if it's 7,500 way back then, years ago, for all this property. Goes way, way, way back there. In fact, I don't ever walk to the end of it. Hardly ever. I just thought I'd get on here and talk like I always do. Right now, there's not many mosquitoes out. Still, I didn't make it to over here to cut, but I cut most of it with a push mower. The other day I was, well, last year, last season, I ran into a stump like this. Not stump, but a root. Bent the blade. Well, I always push the old mowers off into the side and go get another one when I tear them up. So I went and got over there, took the old blade off of one of the old ones, put it back on. I was back going in about 30 minutes. Cranked the other one back up with a straight blade. That's why I kind of keep my old lawnmowers, because I might use a wheel off of them or something. You have a ton of well, it's good to have a bunch of old mowers laid around. Anyway, the wide mower is more to push around. I just like the idea of the smaller blade. People say, well, you got a wide cut. Look at that wide cut you got. But I never had nothing but problems with those wide cuts, you know what I mean? Give me a small cut that cuts, you know. Also, it's lighter. You can get in little places. Kind of use it like a string trimmer, you know. Well, that's my little talk this morning about cutting grass. Peace and love from Miss Old Boy down in Alabama. Oh, I forgot to thank God for giving me the strength of body at this age to be able to cut grass. What a blessing it is from God that I'm even able to to walk, you know. Peace and love. Way down here in Alabama. Brother, sister.